Alright, hello and welcome. Today in this video I'm going to show you the amp that I'm using. I've had a couple of requests to go over the amp, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on the tech side of it. I'll just give you a few features that I've come up using that I like, and show you the settings, you know, like a close-up of the settings. But I'm using the Roland Blues Cube Artist, and you can go on their site and check out the specs. But I'll be doing a few things like the weight and how I'm setting the controls on it with the effects that I'm using, and also some other things that we're planning on doing with it, because you can go direct out of it into your computer and record. So we'll be doing a video on that also. But let's get started, and let's look at this Roland amp. Alright, let's look at the amp now. Like I said, I'm using the Blues Cube Artist by Roland, and I'll just show you on the top of the amp what I'm doing, and just tell you the few features that I've started messing with and the ones that I see that I like. And I tell you this, truthfully, one of the first things that caught my eye, and when I was watching videos and doing a little research, is actually the weight of the amp. It's 30 pounds and 14 ounces. So the amp is relatively light, and you get a real close sound to a tube amp, and it's a solid state amp, and they have technology on it where it's supposed to simulate a tube amp, and it comes very close. Now I'll just kind of, you'll have to excuse my hand, but I don't know any better way to do it. Just kind of start over here. You have a high and low input. I normally run in the low input, and it has a clean and a crunch channel, so it has a clean and a distorted channel. I'm not doing anything on the distorted channel. I just run both of the gains and the volume on 0. The clean volume is right here. You have a selector here where you can actually choose which channel you want, or you can actually combine the channels. So I run it on the clean channel. I run it in the low input. My bass, and here's the equalization: bass, mid, treble. I run the bass on 10, the mid on 5, the treble on about 4.5, 5. Okay, it's also got an effects on it. It has a tremolo and a reverb. I'm using the Profex effects pedal, so I really don't have any use for reverb. The effects that I'm using have a lot of delay and reverb on them. So I run these at 0. Then over here it has a presence knob, which is a real neat feature. I'm running that on about 8.5, 9. Then it has a master volume. I'm running that right at 8. Okay, so here's the neat thing about it. You have a power control selector. You can run this thing from almost like a 1/2 watt to maximum 80 watts. I run it on 15. I run it on the second one. So you can choose the power level you want. I run it on 15 watts. Okay, and like I alluded to on the intro, out of the back of it, you've actually got a line out of this that'll go into your computer. You also have a line out to go to a direct box. It also has an effects loop that you can run your pedals or whatever on a whole separate system here, and you can come in and out of them simply by pressing the button. You can come in and out of your effects. It's got a 12-inch speaker on it. It's a Roland speaker is what they say. So like I said, from my standpoint, it's light. I like the sound I'm getting on it, and this is a great feature here where you can control the wattage. Like for in the studio I've used it, or like at church, or like here in the home, you can actually turn that down to 1/2 watt. Also, it's got a headphone out in the back. You can practice with just headphones on it. So like I said, it's just been a good amp. It's held up good, and that's exactly how I'm running it on top here, so you'll see all my settings. So I hope this will help you, and like I said, just listen to my latest videos, and this is the amp I'm using. Alright, let's look at the back of the amp now. On this Blues Cube Artist, like I said, it has their own speaker in it. It's a V12, 80 watts. It's a Roland speaker. Then on the back too, it has it has a cord for the power you can pull out when you're transporting it. It also has a place here for the effects like the tremolo, and this is just something extra that you can buy, that you can switch the channels with a foot pedal. And right here, this is what I was talking about. You can come out of it with a cable here and go into your computer. Then right here, this is where it has a headphone where you can practice with your headphones, or if you want to tune it on stage and not bother anybody else, you can plug a headphone right here. Alright, right here is a line out, so you can go to the board if you're in the studio or whatever. Then here's the effects loop. Like if you got your effects pedal, you can have a in and out, or send and return here on your effects. It's an open back cabinet, gives it a little warmer sound. And then like I said, it's just been a good amp, and I'm really enjoying it. It has this, they call it tube logic, which it emulates the tube's sound. And also it's kind of interesting, I was watching one of the videos on it, that as it warms up, or as it goes farther in the night or whatever, as you play it, it actually simulates like tubes warming up, how they'll change tone a little bit, and it really does that. So like if you play it 30, 45 minutes, an hour, the longer you play it, it warms up, the sound warms up. So that's pretty amazing. So again, if you have a chance to sit down and try one of these amps, it'd be worth your while to do that. Like I said, to me right now, some of the main features, just the weight, it's light, and I'm getting a good tone out of a solid state amp. Okay, and as always, just appreciate you watching. Thank you.